I'm just on the sprayer and I just thought I'd stop. It's about 6:45 in the morning because that's the stillest time of the day and I want to finish spraying this oilseed rape off. But I've just stopped at this point now because there's so many poppies all over this section of the field. I don't understand why. It must have come in a bag of seed because there's literally just a square within this field of poppies, and it's in straight rows as well. So, but I don't know whether anyone realises, but poppy seeds are very similar to oilseed rape seeds. Well, they look great, and it kind of reminds me of Remembrance Sunday, which is a bit sad, I suppose. But there you go. So I'll carry on. Let's all go with the lads. We've got a load of soil that's in the way at one of my friend's yards, so we're just going to cart it from one end of his farm to another, just so that he's got some room to make his car park and yard bigger. But we want to clean the trailers out this week, ready for carting grain, so we're going to try and get them out of the way, get the job done out of the way quickly. So it's like a traffic jam in the yard. Then it's bloody gridlock, so the lads are just off to do this job now for someone. So it looks quite impressive really, because they've got all the trailers on. Adam's doubled them up. Bit of efficiency. And Andrew's behind. They should have sent the digger first really, so that there's not chaos. Well, there we go, coming to a road near you. Just out cleaning the sprayer out over the hedge there. And Steve's here, expert photographer and drone pilot, and he's getting some good footage of the sunflowers while they're blooming today. Some bees there fighting over the lawn. At the back of the hedge there, isn't it? Oh no. I'll put something that you sent on the back of it anyway later on. I'm just in a field of wheat now, just rinsing the sprayer out so I don't harm the next wheat to go into. And I've come across this. So we've obviously been plagued with pigeons for the last few weeks in the wheat. Now the wheat is really thin because of the bad winter and then the drought. So you can see it's like really gappy. But then where the tram lines are, where the spray goes up and down, the pigeons have been able to land in it. And if you look, they've just destroyed it. So it's just totally like wiped out all these middle sections, and then they've started then going into the field and pulling the wheat down and just stripping it bare. So what was already a disastrous field of wheat is now even more of a disastrous field of wheat. So who'd be a farmer, eh? That's what it should look like, but sort of twice as thick, if not 3 times as thick. And then that's the pigeon damage. I'm just spraying some rape, and the pigeons are landed in the field next to me, which is really annoying. I'll get a bit closer and see how many come up. Woo! Horrible things. At Village Joe's, they're putting an 11-ton tank in the shed. I have to slide it on greased steel because it's too heavy to lift. Wait! It's going. Now, that is not supposed to be there, it's supposed to be there. So what happened was, I was spraying this field, somewhere over there. I thought, this feels a bit rough. So I stopped and looked, and the tyre had come off the rim. It's hard to tell, you see, because the machine will self-level. So it's obviously gone down for some reason, come off the rim. So I got out and checked, realised it was flat. Thought, well, it's going to be difficult jacking up on the field. I'll try and get over there to the roadway. And I went another sort of like 4 or 5 metres forwards, and then the tyre just fell off. so we'll have to try and get the telly on that and lift it up and put a spare wheel on and carry on. Not good. Well, I suppose I can't damage the rim now driving it, damage the tyre driving it to the gateway. The soil's pretty soft, so I'll try and drive it to the gateway. So the jack's now broken, so we're going to try and get the forklift underneath it because the chain won't lift it to the top. That's why it's coming out the bottom. Some old Merlin. Got the jack there just in case though. So I'm limping on with my little wheel, and this hose now has just started leaking, so I'm going to have to stop and hopefully push it on further and retighten it and hope that we can carry on for the rest of the day to get the tank empty, because I've got 3 ton in the tank and that tyre is nowhere near rated for that kind of weight, so we need to get this field finished. I'm just out now putting some fungicide on the wheat because the weather now basically has changed so much, especially over the next sort of 14 days. It's going to be quite wet and muggy, and it's when we get disease then in the wheat and in the heads, what we call head blight, which is fusarium. So we're just putting another fungicide on now, just to top up, just to protect it. So it's kind of like putting sunscreen on, or like wiping your kitchen surfaces down with antibacterial. Because with it being milling wheat, we want it to be top quality with nothing wrong with it. So that's what I'm doing now. But I've obviously just had a lot of trouble with puncture before, and I actually even had a pipe split as well. So, but that's about all for today. So it's a typical Monday with lots going wrong. But tomorrow's Tuesday, so see you all later.